We all belong outside. We're drawn to nature, whether it's the recorded sounds of the ocean we doze off to, or the succulents that adorn our homes. Nature makes all of our lives, well, better. Despite all this, we often go about our busy lives removed from it. But the outdoors is closer than we realize. With All Trails, you can discover trails nearby and explore confidently. With offline maps and on-trail navigation, download the free app today.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing today? Today is April 30th, 2020, and it's about 11:30 p.m. And I just wanted to say this. Bye Corona Curfew. Tomorrow is May 1st, and it marks the first day of the city or the state of Texas reopening its state and getting rid of the quarantine and the curfew that they've had in place for, I don't know. I mean, I kind of lost track. I know it happened. I know it's been at least a month. I want to say, let's just go with that. That's long enough, right? It happened back in March, and it's just, it's been spiraling down ever since. And everyone has just been stuck at home and in quarantine mode. But I will say this. Every time a state has opened, there have been hundreds, if not thousands, of new cases of contamination from coronavirus. So I will have to say that I think I'm still going to sit this one out. I'm still not comfortable. I went to Walmart today, and oh man, as much as I love my outings at Walmart, I still feel like the ones who need to be wearing masks aren't wearing masks. People are in there coughing, and I can say this. I don't know if my internal thermostat is messed up or what's going on, because one minute I feel like, oh man, I'm hot and I'm sweating, and oh man, I need to turn the air on. And then next thing I know, the air is on, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm freezing. Like, I don't know. And then in the morning, I'm riding around with the windows down because it's such a beautiful day. Even when it rains over the past few days, it's been raining over at nighttime, and it only it only rains enough for you to get that good sleep. But the next thing you know, you wake up in the morning, and it wasn't like the rain wasn't as strong as you thought it was. Because, I mean, really, I can't remember the last day of this week when it rained. Maybe Tuesday, I think. I know it rained a week ago, last Friday, pretty hard. And I'm talking about like some thunderstorms, some Back to the Future style weather. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that, we're getting this kind of rain right now. But it does make sense. Even in Back to the Future times, around this time of the year, because that was when they had around this time of the year or whatever, is when they had the Enchantment Under the Sea dance. And, that's when Marty's mom and dad fell in love, kissed for the first time. And, the rest is history. Or maybe not. But the past few days, I've been noticing a lot of activity. Everybody's outside. Everybody's walking around. You never know what you're going to get. I'm just looking for sundress season to come on in full effect. Like, I can only imagine, like, okay, Texarkana, we don't have any real major, we don't have any beaches, we don't have any major, anything. We have a water park, but it's very expensive, and even if you don't consider it to be expensive or whatever, it's not like it's not like the most exclusive thing, you know. I mean, I probably will never go. I can't swim. And then secondly, I'm from here, so the goal to get away, you know, is to see new people and get away from it all. So I would more likely go to Hot Springs and check out Magic Springs or whatever. Even though the last time I went, it looked kind of like it could use a touch of paint, a little update, a little maintenance here and there. But again, I was in the wavy pool, you know, and some might consider that to be kind of kiddie or juvenile, but again, I can't swim. I mean, if I went to the beach, I would not get in the water because I've seen all this. I watch SpongeBob, you know. I've seen all kind of starfish and jellyfish, and I watch Baywatch, you know what I'm saying, and sinkholes or whatever. I am only there for the same reason that any other man should be at the beach. For the ladies, for the bathing suits, for the swimwear. Like, when I see spring break in full effect and they're in Miami and they're doing the spring bling and everybody is looking good, oh my God, that is the best thing ever. Like, nothing like a bunch of horny college students out there getting drunk, screaming, yo, Kappa Phi Beta, whatever, you know, Psi this and Delta that, you know, whatever you are out there, Omega Psi Phi or Kappa Alpha Psi or A Phi A or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or you might be screeching or whooping and whatever you got going on out there on that beach. You're naked. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, if you walking around on a nice hot warm beach in wet water and you walking around in this nice two-piece, it's like, isn't she DTF? Like, of course she is, you know. You're from out of town, you know. Let's say that I'm from Wisconsin, you know, and let's say that I'm from Milwaukee or something, you know, just throwing something out there. I don't know, places I've never been. I'm from Nebraska, you know, and Omaha, Nebraska, and it's funny, right? I'm from Kentucky, you know, Lexington, Kentucky, and I'm from Texarkana, Texas, or Arkansas, or Kansas City, Kansas, Kansas City, Missouri, wherever you might be from, and you ain't got no beach. You go out all the way. You know how, like, that, like, if you're in Florida, you know, the north part of Florida or whatever, to get to, let's say, from Orlando to Miami, I think it's like, 8 hours of driving or whatever. And Miami is not, it's almost like an island, you know, it's like a peninsula, you know, it's like there's the city of Miami, and then there's water and sand and beaches, you know, like, but there's one thing I can, you know, oh my God, I went to Florida, brother was in Florida, and in order for you to get into Florida, you literally have to drive on the water. Like, if the water is too high, I don't know. I don't know what they do, because, like, the last time that in 2005 I drove to Florida, and oh my God, like, I want to say at that point in time, it was me, my mom, my sister, and my niece. It was a real trying trip. It's from where I live, Texarkana, all the way to Palm Bay, Florida. That's 15 hours of driving, you know. And back then, we didn't have the technology of GPSing or whatever. So we had, like, MapQuest maps printed out with directions, and yeah, you can only imagine how that went. So it was quite the adventure trying to get there, you know. especially since from between now and then they've built all these new highways and bridges and ways to get there that, for my brother, when they come to see us, they, now we got GPS and everything, better, iPhone and everything, and it's like so much easier. But going into Florida, I'll never forget that the water was like slushing under our feet. Like the bridge was made of metal, and it's like, and people from Florida, Pensacola or something like that, can relate to what I'm talking about, because coming in, that's exactly where you got to hit Pensacola and then Jacksonville, and then you hit to I-95, and then that's when you're up or down, boom, going down, and a couple hours later, we're at our destination. So, but coming across, man, I would say we was on the thing for a good 30 minutes to an hour of interchangeable, like driving on that metal bridge or whatever, and like the water just splash on your windshield. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna need your windshield wipers to cross it, because it's gonna be splashing on you. It's the craziest thing ever. I don't know. You have to be ready for that. I just want to try to prepare. But if you go through all of that, especially if you drove down there from college or somewhere, you're definitely DTF. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know how your city is being, or when it's shut down, or what's been going on with your city. But here in Texarkana, we had a 10 o'clock curfew, and people were saying that, oh, if you get pulled over and you're not doing something that's like going to work or something like that, essential, then you're gonna get like $1,000 fine or go to jail or something. They made it to where at least they scared you enough so where you were like, oh man, I'm not getting out. I know a lot of people lost money because, their business is not 100% legal, selling drugs. I'm sorry, not trying to be a snitch, but, y'all know how it is. All you gas smokers and pill poppers and meth heads and aesthetic heads or whatever, I know they was like hurting. I was seeing messages on Facebook like, who got the gas, who not afraid to get out, and then, here goes the other part of it. I seen a lot of horny ladies that was talking about some dick essential, you know what I'm saying? Can I get out to get some dick? I need to go get some dick. I'll be like, man, the things that women can say in this PC time frame, it is so crazy. Like, sex is powered by the vagina. More power to the pussy. And everyone out there is, like now that the curfew is over with, hopefully you've had those people that are like, they're married or girlfriend, boyfriend, or who they're living together, like say quarantine and chilling or quarantine bay or whatever. And yeah, you never know what you might come across dealing with that sort of thing. And you know that in hard times, the liquor store is essential. It never closes, Like, if there was a epidemic, like pandemic like we're going on right now, oh, the liquor store is open. We need that. That is a day. If anything, no matter where you go, whatever you do, you gonna need that liquor. You gonna need that drink in your system. I mean, the liquor, the alcohol itself, I mean, it's killing germs. Hey, have you ever seen an alcoholic get sick? No. I mean, despite the fact that alcoholism is the sickness, So as long as they don't fall off the wagon and they go into the AA meetings or whatever. I guess they're all right, that's not something that I'll ever understand. Addiction, especially alcoholism, because I'll see people on television shows and movies, and I got family members that are drunks, and alcoholics and whatever you want to call it, and they ain't nobody ever tried to promote or push to them to stop drinking or stop acting the way they act at family functions or whatever. No, we just laugh at them and keep it pushing. Ha ha. Cousin such and such, just fell over drunk, go around and this and that, and it's just funny to us, because for one, like I say, it's like going to the club, going to a family function. You've got to be drunk. You got to be kidding me. Like, of course, there's food, but after the food is done, you still have to deal with noise talking and people prying about your personal life and, all these things or whatever. And chances are, a lot of people aren't happy with their personal decisions or whatever. So, a lot of people are out there like, oh, I need a drink. And that is definitely what you're going to get. You're going to get drunk. I mean, no matter if you were a liquor drinker or a beer drinker or what, But I see a lot of movies and TV shows where people who are alcoholics and go to AA meetings or whatever have this addiction, alcoholism and whatnot, will buy a drink to stare at it. Sit there and stare at it and try to decide if they want to drink it or not. Oh my God. And a lot of times I see people go, it's almost like they're trading one addiction for another, because they'll go and then I see them, they're eating donuts and drinking coffee, or maybe they're smoking cigarettes or whatever. And I use the example I'm going to talk about is Shameless, where I remember where Lip started going to AA meetings or whatever. And I mean, he already smoked cigarettes, so man. And then I remember, okay, but he gets it from his dad, Frank, on the show. He's the dad, and he's an alcoholic. He was never trying to go to an AA meeting or whatever, and he drank breakfast, lunch, and dinner until he passed out, going to sleep or whatever. And then he talked to Fiona one time and told her, "You're an angry drunk." Now, angry, he was like, explaining the difference. He was like, a friend drunk is like, oh, they get to drinking, they're the life of the party. Angry drunk gets drunk, want to have a fight. And I was like, man, now that he said that, and I listened to what he said, and some of the stuff that Frank be saying on that show is like mind blowing, And if you've never seen the show Shameless, I'm that is like that is the America right there. That is like the American way for some of the stuff they got on going on. Like, it don't matter, like, what you got to do to survive. If you're shout out the South Side of Chicago, based off of some of the things I've heard, shout out Corporate Business or whatever. I watch his YouTube stuff, but based off of what I've heard or seen, and people just like running away from that to get to anywhere else, like, that is America right there. That is the American dream. Because between there and places like South, like Los Angeles or whatever, like, if you anywhere, you living in the hood, and you in the struggle, you doing whatever it takes to survive, put food on the table, take care of your kids, try to stay away from gang activity, try to stay away from just anything negative. Are you trying your best, like, hey, hands go up to you, because some of y'all out there thinking you living in the hood when you really don't know. There's some hoods out there that's like, hey, you ain't from there, you don't want to, hey, you might want to get on down. And that's all, I know that I've been to some places or whatever, and I remember I first was hearing about Oak Cliff. That's my hood. And then when I went to Dallas and seen Oak Cliff, I was like, Oak Cliff, that's my hood. What y'all mean? These nice houses, that's a brick house right there. Where I come from, hood mean that you poor, that you broke, that y'all living in. Y'all got shotgun houses everywhere, trailer houses everywhere. Like, ain't nobody, like, people ain't got no job. People like struggling, government money, like. But hey, it's fakers and shakers out there all day, every day. So, or whatever. But I'll leave this to y'all. Feel free to turn up. The curfew has been lifted. Shout out Texas. Shout out Texarkana. I'm sure that the clubs will be opening soon. And when the clubs get right, I'm probably still not going to go to them because it's just not my thing or whatever. Too much smoke. I don't want the smoke. I'll pass. And I'll leave you with this. Check out the description down below. More details. I got a YouTube channel. Check me out on there. Follow me, subscribe, like, comment. Feel free to comment on here. And then check out all the links that I got of everything I got going on in the description. And I'll definitely have to see y'all later. And peace.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.